My sister Lauren was hosting at her 5-bedroom house. She'd invited the family for what she called a casual Sunday gathering. My son Danny, 10 years old, had been excited to see his cousins. He'd brought his portable gaming device. I'd brought the wine Lauren requested. We arrived at 1. Lauren's 3 kids were in the game room, controllers in hand. Danny headed straight there. I was in the kitchen with Lauren and our mother when Danny appeared in the doorway 20 minutes later, looking confused. Aunt Lauren said I need to clean the bathrooms before I can play, he said. Lauren didn't look up from arranging cheese on a platter. The bathrooms need attention before everyone arrives. The kids can help. Your kids are playing Xbox, I pointed out. My kids cleaned yesterday, Lauren said smoothly. Danny can contribute today. It's good for him. My mother nodded approvingly. Kids need chores. You baby him too much. Danny looked at me uncertain. I could see him trying to process why his cousins were exempt from this sudden need for bathroom cleaning. How many bathrooms? I asked. Just the 5, Lauren said. Won't take long if he focuses. 5 bathrooms. In a house where 3 kids apparently cleaned yesterday, but were now gaming while a guest child was expected to do housework. Danny's a guest, I said carefully. Lauren finally looked at me. Family aren't guests. And honestly, he could use some responsibility. When's the last time he had to do real work? He has chores at home. Like what? Making his bed? My mother laughed. That's not real work. This is teaching life skills. Danny stood there waiting for me to fix this. But Lauren was already handing him cleaning supplies and my mother was nodding along, and I could feel the familiar family dynamic settling into place. The one where I was the overprotective mother, too soft on my son, and they were the practical ones teaching important lessons. It's fine, Danny said quietly, taking the spray bottles and rags. I'll do it. Good boy, my mother said. See? He understands. I watched Danny walk toward the first bathroom, shoulders slumped, and felt something harden in my chest. But I said nothing. I just smiled and turned back to the cheese platter. The afternoon progressed. More family arrived. Lauren's husband fired up the grill. The cousins rotated between the pool and the game room. And Danny cleaned bathrooms. I checked on him once. He was scrubbing the 3rd bathroom, his hands red from the cleaning chemicals, hair damp with effort. Through the window I could hear his cousins laughing in the pool. Almost done? I asked. He nodded. Aunt Lauren said to make sure I get behind the toilets and clean all the mirrors without streaks. Did she? She said her cleaning lady always does it that way, so I should too. He looked up at me. Mom, why do I have to clean when Tyler and Mason and Emma get to play? Because Aunt Lauren asked you to. But that's not fair. I know, buddy. Are you going to say something? I should have marched downstairs and told my sister that exploiting a 10-year-old guest was unacceptable. But I knew how it would go. I'd be accused of overreacting, of not letting Danny learn responsibility, of making everything about fairness when life isn't fair. Finish up, I said instead. Then you can swim. By the time Danny completed all 5 bathrooms, it was nearly 5 o'clock. He'd spent almost 4 hours cleaning while his cousins enjoyed the party. When he finally came downstairs in his swim trunks, my mother stopped him. Let me see your work, she said. She inspected all 5 bathrooms with Danny trailing behind her, then returned to announce, Good job. See what you can do when you apply yourself. Maybe your mother will have you do this at home now. Danny's eyes found mine. I saw the question there, the confusion about why I wasn't defending him. Go swim, I said softly. He had 30 minutes in the pool before we left. 30 minutes of fun after 4 hours of work. His cousins had had 6 hours. On the drive home, Danny was quiet. Then, why did I have to clean and they didn't? Because sometimes family isn't fair. That's not an answer. He was right. It wasn't. But I didn't have a better one yet. That night, after Danny was asleep, my phone buzzed. A text from my mother. Stop spoiling him. Skip Sunday. Sunday was the big family barbecue at my parents' house. The monthly gathering where everyone was expected to attend. I stared at the message for a long moment, then typed, Like your housekeeping service? I set the phone down and made myself tea. I knew what was coming. 10 minutes later, my phone started ringing. Lauren first. Then my mother. Then my father. Then my brother. Then Lauren again. I let them all go to voicemail. The texts started accumulating. What do you mean about the housekeeping service? Is this a threat? Call me immediately. You can't be serious. This is insane. By 2 a.m. I had 43 missed calls. I'd turned off the ringer hours ago. In the morning I'd handle it. For now I let them panic. I woke at 7 and made coffee before checking my phone. The voicemails were increasingly frantic. My mother demanding explanations, Lauren alternating between anger and confusion, my father gruffly ordering me to explain yourself. The last voicemail was from Lauren. I looked up your business license. You own CleanCo Premium Services? That's the company we all use. You need to call me right now. I texted back, come to my office. 9 a.m. bring mom. I'd founded CleanCo Premium Services 8 years ago, starting with a single van and 3 employees. Now we had 42 employees, 12 commercial accounts, and over 200 residential clients. We were the premier housekeeping service in the area, known for reliability and thoroughness. Lauren used us twice a week. My mother used us weekly. My brother had a monthly deep clean service. My aunt contracted us for her rental properties. Collectively, my family represented about $8,000 in monthly recurring revenue. More importantly, they all had standing contracts I'd personally arranged, with discounted rates I'd authorized, using crews I'd scheduled to prioritize their properties. My office was in a small professional building downtown. When Lauren and my mother arrived at 9 a.m., they seemed surprised by the space. The reception area with its comfortable seating, the staff moving efficiently through the hallway, the fleet of company vans visible through the back windows. You own all this? My mother said. Yes. My office was at the end of the hall. I gestured them inside and closed the door. How long have you owned this company? Lauren asked. 8 years. And you never told us? You never asked what I did for work. When I mentioned I ran a cleaning company, you assumed I was a cleaning lady. I didn't correct you. My mother's face flushed. That's deceptive. Is it? Or did you just make assumptions based on what you expected from me? Lauren leaned forward. What does this have to do with Danny cleaning bathrooms? I opened my laptop and pulled up their account files. You use our services twice weekly, Tuesday and Friday. We send a crew of 3. They spend approximately 4 hours at your house each visit. You pay $320 per visit, but your actual rate should be $450. I've been giving you a 40% family discount. Okay, Lauren said slowly. So yesterday you had my 10-year-old son spend 4 hours cleaning your bathrooms using techniques you specifically said your cleaning lady uses. You made him work while your children played. You had him do this as a guest at a family gathering. It was just chores. Character building. It was exploitation. And it was particularly ironic given that I own the company that actually cleans your house twice a week. My mother interrupted. You're not seriously upset about this. Kids need to learn responsibility. Your grandchildren were playing video games for 6 hours while their cousins scrubbed toilets. Don't talk to me about responsibility. I turned my screen toward them. Here's your service agreement, Lauren. And yours, Mom. Both contracts include a 60-day termination clause, but there's also a provision for immediate termination if the client relationship becomes untenable. Lauren's eyes widened. You're canceling our service? I'm terminating all family contracts, effective immediately. You'll receive formal notice by end of business today. That's insane, my mother said. Over one afternoon? It's not about one afternoon. It's about values. You treated my son like unpaid help while praising it as life skills. You saw nothing wrong with a child guest doing manual labor while your grandchildren were exempt. And when I objected, you told me to skip family events because I spoil him. We were teaching him. You were using him. And the irony of you using my son's free labor while paying my company thousands of dollars a month to do the exact same work isn't lost on me. Lauren stood up. You can't do this. I have people coming over next week. I need the cleaning crew. You can hire another service. There are several in the area. Not as good as yours, my mother said quietly. She was starting to understand. No, I agreed. Not as good. We're the best because I built this company from nothing. I trained every employee personally. I established quality standards that other services don't match. My crews don't miss appointments, they don't cut corners, and they treat clients' homes with respect. And you're willing to throw that away because of a misunderstanding? Lauren's voice was rising. I'm not throwing anything away. Your accounts represent less than 4% of my revenue. I'll easily replace them with new clients who won't exploit my son while using my services. My mother tried a different approach. What about Sunday? The family barbecue. Danny and I won't be attending. You're really going to split the family over this? I'm not splitting anything. I'm establishing boundaries. If you want to rebuild this relationship, you can start by apologizing to Danny. A real apology, not a justification about life skills. And if we do that, you'll restore our service? Lauren asked. No. The service contracts are terminated regardless. But you might maintain a relationship with your nephew. That's worth more than housekeeping, isn't it? The silence that followed was heavy. My mother's hands were clasped tightly in her lap. Lauren's jaw was set, angry but also calculating. I could see her trying to figure out if I was bluffing. The termination notices will be sent this afternoon, I said. You're welcome to seek service elsewhere. I can provide a list of competitors if you'd like. This is vindictive, my mother finally said. No. Vindictive would be blacklisting you so no reputable service will take your accounts. I'm not doing that. I'm simply choosing not to do business with people who treat my son as lesser than their own children. Lauren gathered her purse. Everyone's going to hear about this. I'm sure they will. You should probably mention to everyone that I own CleanCo when you tell the story. That context matters. After they left, I called my operations manager. Sarah, we need to reassign the Johnson, Preston, and Martinez accounts. Family conflict of interest. Can you reach out to those clients today and let them know we're terminating their contracts per the agreement terms? The family accounts you've been discounting? Sure. Any particular reason? Personal. I'll explain later. Make sure they're given referrals to other services. Be professional. Always am. My phone started ringing again within the hour. My brother, confused about why his monthly service was being cancelled. My aunt, angry that I was punishing her for something Lauren did. My father, demanding I reconsider because this affects everyone. I sent the same text to all of them. Service contracts terminated due to conflict of interest. I'm happy to provide referrals to other companies. By afternoon, my inbox had emails from 3 family members requesting emergency meetings to discuss this. I declined them all. Danny came home from school. Did something happen? Grandma called and left a weird message. What did she say? Something about me being owed an apology. What does that mean? I sat down. Remember yesterday when you cleaned Aunt Lauren's bathrooms? Yeah. I own the cleaning company that normally does that work. Aunt Lauren pays professionals twice a week, but yesterday she had you do it for free. Danny processed this. You own a cleaning company? A pretty successful one. And they all use it? They did. Not anymore. Are you in trouble because of me? No, buddy. I'm making a choice because of what's right. Is the family mad? Some of them. But that's not your problem. He nodded. I didn't like cleaning those bathrooms. I know. And you shouldn't have had to. Tyler said they were going to the water park next weekend and maybe I could come. Do you think they'll still invite me? My heart hurt. I don't know. Maybe not right away. But you know what? People who treat you like unpaid help aren't really your friends, even if they're family. That's sad. It is. But it's also important to know. Over the next few days, the family fallout continued. My mother left voicemails about how I was destroying family unity. Lauren posted vague social media updates about betrayal and using family connections for revenge. My brother stopped responding to my texts. But my business didn't suffer. In fact, 3 new residential clients signed up that week, referred by existing customers. The staff noticed I seemed lighter somehow, less tense when discussing scheduling. Sarah, my operations manager, mentioned it during our weekly meeting. You seem different. More relaxed. I terminated some problematic accounts. The family ones. Yeah, I noticed. Honestly, those accounts were always a pain. They called with changes constantly, expected same-day service, complained about things other clients never mention. We're better off. I should have done it years ago. Probably. But you did it when it mattered. 2 weeks later, I received a letter, Lauren's handwriting, Inside, Danny, I'm sorry I treated you like help instead of family. It wasn't right. Aunt Lauren. I showed it to Danny. He read it twice. Is this real? I think so. Does this mean things go back to normal? I don't know what normal is anymore. But it means she's thinking about what happened. Are you going to give them back their cleaning service? No. But maybe we can build a different kind of relationship. My phone buzzed. My mother, can we talk? I replied, when you're ready to really listen, yes. Her response came later. Sunday dinner. Just us. Danny too. 6 p.m. We'll bring dessert. We'd see where it went. But this time on our terms with clear boundaries. Or we wouldn't go at all.